Friends, we have seen what is the need of the constitution. That first reason we have seen, and constitution it is deciding what it is good for us, like that we have seen. So our constitution tells us how our country should be. So we are moving to the rest part of the lesson. Same point it is continuing. Let's try and understand what we mean by this through two contrasting situations in a recent history of Nepal. A country borders India on the north. We have seen some of the example like Sri Lanka and all. Here we are going to see the example of Nepal, country Nepal. Until recently, Nepal was a monarchy. Monarchy means ruling under king is ruling the country. The previous constitution of Nepal, which had been adopted in 1990, reflect that the fact that final authority rests with the king. They made a constitution in 1990s. In that they are accepted that one. The final authority it is rested with or it belongs to king. The people's movement in Nepal fought for several decades to establish democracy, and in 2006 they finally succeeded in putting an end to the power of the king. 1990s they adopted a constitution with monarchy, and monarchical constitution they accepted, and people's movement was going on for for democracy, that for decades, like Indian independent war and all. And 2006 they finally they come to the end with the power or the end of the power of the king, and the people had to write a new constitution to establish Nepal as a democracy. In which year? 2006. The reason that they did not want to continue with a previous constitution is because it not reflect the ideal of the country that they want Nepal to be, and they have they fought for. Why people made again movement? Because the what constitution they made already, that is not suitable to them, like that they felt. So they thought like that, want to make a new constitution, how our country should be, that idea should be clear in the constitution, like that. As in the game of football, in which a change in the constitute rules will change the game altogether. If you are making some changes in any one of the game, then what will happen? That character of the game totally it will affect. Nepal, by moving from monarchy to democracy government, need to change all its constitute rules in order to usher in a new democracy society. If you want to make a democratic country where they was practicing monarchy, what they want to make a new constitution, or if want to make everything fresh to make society as a new one. This is why the people of Nepal adopted a new constitution for the country in 2015. They stopped the monarchical rule in 2006. Again, they taken 9 years to make their constitution. The caption alongside elaborate Nepal's struggle for democracy. So we can see here the people how they are fighting, and some details it is given. So let us read that one. The country of Nepal has witnessed several people's struggle for democracy. There was people's struggle in 1990s that established democracy that lasted for 12 years until 2002. In October 2002, the king Gyanendra, citing the Maoist uprising in the countryside as his reason, began taking over different aspects of the government with the army assistance. The king then really took over the head of the government in February 2005. In November 2005, the Maoists joined together other political parties to sign two 12-point agreement. This agreement signaled to the larger public an imminent return to democracy and peace. In 2006, this people's movement for democracy began gaining immense force. It repeatedly refused the small consents of that the king made, and finally, in April 2006, the king restored restored and the third parliament and asked the political parties to form the government. In 2008, Nepal became a democracy after abolishing the monarchy. The above photos shows scenes of from the People's Movement in Democracy 2006. It is given the pictures. It is given how they fought for the democracy. In 1990 they established a democratic country, and it was given the power, the ultimate power given in the hands of the king. So after 12 years, in 2002, what happened, he understood that Maoists, they are making some problem in the country, so he tried to suppress them with the help of army, or the soldiers. Then he took ultimate power in his hand in 2005. And 2006 or 2005 onwards, people understood that one, we want to work together to get it back, but democracy. So in 2005, in November, the Maoist group, the rebel group, they joined with other political parties, and they signed a 12-point agreement. And in that agreement, they said like that, if they are coming in power, they will regain the democracy and peace in the country. And 2006, the People's Movement for Democracy began to gain immense force with the help of people, or with the help of all the political parties. It repeatedly refused a small concessions that king made, and finally in 2006, king restored the third parliament and asked the political parties to form government. Then he understood that one, if we are opposing the other this Maoist group and other political parties, he can't continue like that, he understood. So last he agreed with to form the government, and the third government, it is formed in 2006. And in 2008, they become totally democratic country. From 2006 onwards, they started to make changes to democracy, and 2008 they become totally democratic country by abolishing the monarchy. Then first the point, what is the need of the democracy or the constitution? It is giving idea how our country should be, or how we want to get a governance from our leaders. Like, then second important purpose of the constitution is to define the nature of the country's political system. What is the second need of the constitution? That is the nature of the country's political system. What type political system we should, if for example, India, we are having central government, state government, and local government. This local government later we added with our constitution. So like that, each and every country having some of the political system in the country, that is designing by the constitution. For example, Nepal's earlier constitution stated that country was to be ruled by the king and his council of ministers. The country that have adopted a democratic form of government or a polity, the constitution plays a crucial role in the laying out certain important guidelines that the govern decision making within these societies. So in India, we are having not only the central government, state government, and all, we are having three major organs also. Each organ's duty, what it is, that also very clearly we written and kept in constitution. According to that only, each and every organ can work. In democracy, we choose our leaders so that they can exercise power responsibly on our behalf. We are selecting our leaders, so how they want to behave, they should be want to take the responsibility on behalf of the people who elected them. However, there is always the possibility that these leaders might misuse their authority, and constitution usually provides safeguards against this. Whenever we are the constitution, it is saying like that how they should rule the government, how they should form, how they should rule and all. If somebody is misusing the power, then constitution stand as a safeguard. It will inform to them, should not go in that way, this way, like that. This misuse of the authority can result in gross injustice, as a demonstrated in the classroom situation below. Here we can see one of the classroom situation storyboard. You can see Suresh in the class is the class monitor. He is bully and his classmates are not too fond of him. Mrs. Ravu, the class teacher, and has to leave the classroom on some urgent work. She asked Suresh to mind the class. Suresh started picking on Anil. Anil, today I am going to report you to Mrs. Ravu. But what I have done? And when Mrs. Ravu returned to the classroom, ma'am, while you were away, Anil kept talking loudly and disturbing the class. He would not listen to me. Who said like that? Leader said. Anil, you will have to stay back after school today and write, I will not disobey the class monitor 100 times. Then teacher is given punishment because leader is given some of the complaint about him. But ma'am did not do anything. He tried to convince to teacher that I never done anything. Then, in democratic societies, the constitution often lays down rules that guard against this misuse of the authority by our political leaders. With the help of our political leaders, or the constitution is preventing the political leaders to misuse the power. In the case of the Indian constitution, about which you will read more later in this chapter, many of these laws are contains the sections of fundamental rights. So what is fundamental rights, which is very much needed for us? Do you recall the chapter of Dalit writer Om Prakash Vatmigi experienced school from your class 7 standard book? We studied about Om Prakash Vatmigi, and he was from the lower caste, and the school teachers and friends was teasing him, and they was giving some extra duty to him. Then in this chapter we talk about the discrimination on Om Prakash faced because he was a Dalit, and you read about how Indian constitution guarantees the right to equality to all person, and says that no citizen can be discriminated against on the ground of religion, race, caste, gender and place of birth. We should in constitution saying very clearly saying like that all are equal before law. There is no there we should not make any discrimination. Then right to equality is one of the fundamental rights guaranteed by Indian constitution. Then here given some questions, you want to find out the answer. In what way in the class monitor misusing his power? He is misusing his power. Yes, he misused. He unnecessarily he said that one of the classmate was disturbing him like the class like that. In which of the following situation is a minister misusing his power? Refused to sanction a project of his ministry for a sound technical reason. If there is any reason, real reason, then they can deny, but not every situation. Then threatened to send his security staff to rough up his neighbor. When the minister is feeling like that his neighbors are not supporting with him, can he send his security force to threaten them or not? Then next one, call up the police station asking them not to register complaint that is likely to be filed against his relatives. Minister's relatives done something wrong, and minister is calling to the police station. It is happening like that many areas, we know that one. Like that situation, they are informing them to the police station should not make any file against that particular case. Like that is happening here in India or not? Okay, think, and how we can avoid it, that you can think. Then another important function, that is the third point, that a constitution plays in the democracy is to ensure that dominant groups does not use its power against other less powerful people or the group. So what the constitution doing? Constitution playing like as a standing as a checkpoint. For what purpose? To ensure that the minor groups, they are not getting any threat from the dominant group. It may be in the name as a language group, or as a religious group, or as a caste group. We should not, minority should not get any problem from the dominant group. For that purpose, constitution stands as a checkpoint. The storyboard below demonstrates one such situation in the classroom. Then the game period is about to begin. Let's play basketball today for a change. no, we will play cricket. So two group of the students, they are arguing for the one particular game in PE period. He we won, and we always have to do what the boys want because they are in majority. So girls, they said like that, they are getting that compulsion to do what boys want, they are not getting chance to play what they want. He then boys saying that we won. Then obviously there are more boys in the class. Teacher decided to settle the problem with a show of hand. Teacher showed something and in hand, and he taken the decision according to the majority. And the constitution says like that, the dominant group or the majority group should not rule or threaten the other groups. Such unhealthy situation can occur in a democratic societies too, where a majority can continuously enforce decision that exclude minorities and go against their interest. So it is quite natural, as a human being we will feel like that we are in many members, so we want to get some special privilege and all. That is as a human nature, it is because of our greediness we may feel like that. So constitution will help us to overcome that problem. As the above storyboard illustrate, every society is prone to this tyranny of the majority. And not only here in India, any part of the world we can see that the majority, they are sometimes they are getting like this, some temptation, are forced to do what they want. For example, Sri Lanka also adopted in 1950s that majoritarian thinking. The Sinhala speaking people, they are getting priority, and Sinhala language kept as a official language and all. Then Tamil speaking Sri Lankans felt very bad, so it reached to civil war in 1980s and 1990s. Then it ended with 2006. So like that situation it is happening, and not only in India or in Sri Lanka, not only in Asian countries, other countries also. But how we are solving it, that is the important thing. So constitution help us to overcome this problem. Another reason why we have a constitution is precisely to prevent this tyranny of domination by the majority of a minority. So the majority, the dominant class, that only we discussing the from before also, and the majority, they are getting that temptation to rule over the minority. So constitution standing as a prevention point, it will prevent the domination of the majority over minority. This can refer to one community dominating another, that is inter-community domination, or members of one community dominating others within the same community, that is intra-community domination. So two types of dominations again we can see. Inter-community, if there is 5 communities, any one of the community it is taking the power in their hand, or inside the one community some of the members, they are taking power in their hand and trying to dominate other groups. So like two types, inter-community domination and intra-community domination. The next one, the third significant reason why we need a constitution is to serve us from ourselves, because I said we are greedy, and we are selfish sometimes. So the constitution help us to prevent or save us from ourselves. This may sound strange, but what is meant by this is that we might at times feel strongly about us an issue that might go against our larger interest, and the constitution help us to guard against this. So we may think about our own interest, our own selfish thoughts and all, so we can overcome with the help of constitution. Again one storyboard it is given. Sabnam is in a fix. She has a decision to make. I have 2 chapters left to revise for tomorrow test, but it is time for my favorite TV program I am dying to watch, but if I do that I won't have time to finish my revision. So one of the girls, she is thinking like that, she want to study at the same time her favorite program she also want to watch. Sabnam, why are you looking so worried? Somebody asking. father or mother or grandmother is asking, I want to watch this TV program but I have a test tomorrow. If you all watch TV, I will also want to watch. I have an idea. What if no one watch TV tonight? Then I may not be tempted. So what she is saying, if somebody is watching TV, especially that particular program, I also will get temptation to watch it. So if you people are putting off this one for today or some days for when I am completing my test up to that time, then I won't get any temptation, then I can concentrate and study. It's good thing I did not watch TV. There are so many questions from that two lesson, and family members cooperated with her and they put off the TV and she concentrated on her studies and she got many questions from the same lesson. Similarly, the Constitution helps us to protect us against certain decisions that we may take that could have an adverse effect on the larger principle that the country believes in. For example, we are taking some of the decision. It may affect our equality or it may affect our liberty. That is the basic principles. We will get a problem. Like that situation, Constitution will help us to prevent ourselves, our thoughts. For example, it is possible that many people who believe in a democracy might come to strongly feel that party politics has come so acrimonious that we need a strong dictator to set this right. Many parties are there, especially in India. We are having hundreds of parties or thousands of parties. So all these parties, they are not, no one party is not doing properly. So we need a dictatorship for time being to protect our country. Like that we may think. Swept by this emotion, they may not realize that this as the long run dictator rule goes against all the interest. Then if you are allowing the dictator, they won't think about the people, those who are ruled by that particular person. For few days he may cooperate with them, afterwards that person will think against all these people or against our interest also. A good constitution does not allow these whims to change its basic structure. If we want to make changes in constitution, we should get the majority voting in the parliament, and afterwards we want to get the signature of the president. So it is a long procedure. So any one of the good constitution, it won't allow to change the basic structure of the constitution. It does not allow for the easy overthrow of the provisions that guarantees a right of the citizen and protect their freedom. So fundamental rights, like that things, if you want to change, it is a long process than the other decisions. Then from the above discussion, you will understand that the constitution plays a very important role in democratic societies. So in every democratic society, constitution having a very much important role. So let's recap the reason why the constitution plays an important role in a democratic societies by recalling the constitute rules that you have read about through three examples. First example, the people of the Nepal adopted a new constitution after the success of the people's movement for a democracy. And a constitute rule, what it is, it lays down ideals that define the kind of the country that we want to live in. Then second example, Suresh the class monitor wrongly picked on Anil, his classmate, and what it is the wrong decision, or the it is shows that the leaders are not responsible. So we want to stand as a checkpoint. The girl do not get to play basketball because the boys are majority in the class. In that, which one we are getting, the dominance of the majority should not happen, or the constitution prevents the dominance of the majority group. And then Sabnam decided to revise her chapters instead of watching TV. So constitution help us to overcome our own some interest which may hurt the common purpose of the constitution. So now let's try and understand the ways in which the above points get translated into certain ideals and rules by studying some key features of the Indian Constitution. So we are having some of the key features in the constitution. When we are reading that one, we can understand how we consider all these things, how the constitution is playing important role like that. First key feature, it is federalism. Second key feature is parliamentary form of government. Next one, it is separation of power. Then fundamental rights. We want to study these many important features. Then secularism details you will study in next chapter. So 5 features we want to study. By this I am stopping today, and we will meet again on month of June. Okay, enjoy your holiday and stay at home. Keep yourself in a safe position. At the same time, please help your parents and help them to become more superstars or the super parents or super dad and mom at home, because of your cooperation, your help, your kindness. Okay, enjoy your holidays and come with a fresh mind, fresh body to study something new, to create yourself a more creative person, to improve your skills, to help our India to improve very faster or to become developed countries. Okay, enjoy your fundamental rights, enjoy your constitution, and make a small constitution for your family. That is your holiday homework. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.